will and intellect are one and the same thing, meaning there has actually been a strange and undesirable and an unexplainable connection between not only anything and everything which we are in ourselves as biological human beings and natural creatures or social entities, but also everything else which is external to us and also outside of our influence and removed from our desire, dedication, ambition, will anyways in one or another, and also that everything happens because of a cause, a reason, and whether or not we see it, we don't see it, is our problem because obviously our limited our intelligence, talent, faculty, whatever we have natural and whatever we cultivate, develop, is all limited, finite, controlled, dependent, and contingent, anyways, upon external circumstances for their expansion and extension and enhancement in one or another. So, definitely, because we are limited, finite, and relative in our abilities, talents, faculties, we are not actually always able to fundamentally change anyone or control their decisions, choices, thoughts, nor are we going to be able to fundamentally exploit or manipulate external situations or space time reality because they operate on entirely different principles with their own sovereignty, freedom, contradictions, anyways. And also because these external and universal realities are all invincible, impenetrable, and invisible, anyways, and also inaccessible highly to the human mind and exploitation and manipulation, anyways, in one or another. So, definitely that is there, and will and intellect can also be considered to be somehow connected or related to each other, just as everything which we are not, and everything else external to us has an interdependency, interconnectedness, and interrelation amongst themselves. Similarly, our will and intellect also are connected. Obviously, will is the most ancient, primitive function inside of the human beings. Then comes the intellect through evolution and slow progress, but they just cannot be considered to be disconnected or basically disharmonized from each other. Without the intellect, the will does not exist, and without the function and pre-existence of the will, the intellect cannot and will not exist anyways whatsoever. So we can say all we want, but will and intellect are connected, they are one and also the same thing. And we need to try to understand these similarities and contradictions also. Everything that happens because of a cause, because of a reason, and produces obviously multiple or more than one effect consequence, which is very much likely either it's because of a man-made disaster, ego, arrogance, or because of natural consequences, intrinsic phenomena, or universal causes. That is something